If you're looking to invest in the US and also get a US visa to come live here, this is the video for you. We're going to be going through different visa options that investors utilize to be able to move to the United States. Maybe you're looking to start a business from zero. Maybe you're looking to bring your business to the United States. Perhaps you're looking at just being a passive real estate investor. There's all different types of options available, as well as visas that meet different criteria based on what you're looking for. We're going to cover everything you need to know, common pitfalls, even ways that you can get a US citizenship through investing in a US business. Stay tuned towards the end of the video as we go through all the different options available and how you can best get started on your track. First, I want to tell you a little bit about our story. My brother Jack and I started Visa Franchise back in 2015. We were helping foreign investors that didn't know what they wanted to do in the United States. We both worked with franchising 2013, 14 at different companies. We saw franchising as a good path for those that wanted to move to the US, invest, and run a business, but didn't necessarily know what type of business, and maybe they didn't have US operating experience. Our business has really grown over the year to help over 1,000 investors and entrepreneurs throughout the world, 65 countries and counting, move to the US, gain insights how to move to the US in a legal form through all different types of business options. Now you got three main options as an investor. You got the E2 visa, you got the L1 visa, as well as the EB5 visa. We're gonna go through those options in today's video, but let's start with the E2 investor visa. It's the most popular option for investors. There's over 50,000 E2 visas issued every year for investors to come move here with their family to basically direct and develop a US enterprise. It could be a new business, it could be an existing business you're buying, it could be a franchise business. It's pretty flexible. You gotta invest a substantial amount of capital, $80,000, $100,000 in the business, and you've got to be actively involved to grow this business. It's important that it's also not marginal. You got to be creating American jobs, making money beyond just you and your family to be able to get that initial E2 visa as well as renew the E2 visa. Then you also have the L1, which is the intercompany transfer. So imagine you have a company and you have 20 employees and you would like to buy a business in the United States or start a subsidiary of your business in the US, you can transfer yourself as the executive to run that business. So if it's a new business, you get a visa for 1 year. If you're buying an existing business, or maybe it's already been operating before you want to move to the US, you get a 3-year visa. And one of the benefits with the L1 visa is it leads to a green card. This is not for passive investors, and this is a very hands-on visa because you got to be actively running, operating, developing the business, managing. You got to be the manager of managers. So the E2 visa, you could basically, manage just a few employees. But for the L1 and then to get the green card from it, you got to be a manager of managers. So usually 5, 10, 20 employees that you're managing that are basically under you in the org chart to be able to sustain the L1 visa and get the green card that way. These options can seem daunting for a lot of investors that just want to chill and enjoy the beaches here in the United States or focus on raising their family in the States. And the option for investors that truly want to be passive is the EB5 visa. So most EB5 investors will invest in a regional center, which is essentially a pooled investment vehicle that would lend money mostly to real estate development projects, think hotel projects, and generally you're investing $800,000 in a rural or high unemployment area. If it's outside that, it's $1,050,000. And the benefit with the EB5 compared to the L1 or E2 is it's a direct path to green card. And then from there, you can get a citizenship after having a green card for 5 years. However, your money is locked up. If you do the regional center option, it's with someone else. You could get your money back in as little as 2 years, but in practice, 3 to 5 to 6 years. And it could be 10 plus years. And you might own 0.5% of a project that could go bust, or maybe you get half your capital back. So you got to do your due diligence, look at the different projects out there and look at their track record of not just getting EB5 visas approved, but also returning the capital to investors. For those EB5 investors that want to roll up their sleeves, be active owner operators, you can invest in a franchise or your own business. You got to create 10 plus American jobs full-time, so that's 35 hours or more. It could be in a hotel, your own motel. It could be a healthcare related business, restaurant, education type business like a preschool. So there are options for active owner operators for the EB5 as well. Some challenges you might have as an investor, the time and patience. There's a lot of moving parts. You got to balance the immigration side with the accounting and what makes the most business investment sense. And usually those three aren't fully going together. So balancing that out, it can take time. Surround yourself with a good group of advisors that are going to walk you through every step along the way. Choosing the right business is fundamental, the right investment vehicle, also the tax implications, understanding the cultural and business differences. Doing business in the US is very different compared to most of the world on how things happen here. So a lot of our clients do prefer to go with a franchise business model, or EB5 investors going with a regional center and someone that's gonna basically take care of a lot of the process. And so it's not feeling so overwhelming for a first-time American investor. So 5 steps: plan your visa strategy, research, build a strong local network, reach out to your friends and family in the US, those relationships, see how it's on the ground, come visit the US, hire a strong team, and it falls on you to understand what the regulations are. So go on the US government websites, go on the state websites, trust but verify as you're going through the process, because no one's gonna care as much about your success in the US, whether it's obtaining the visa or having a successful business, as yourself. To the extent that you can take the process into your own hands, working with advisors along the way, you're gonna have a higher chance of success in the United States. There's a few different ways that citizenship, I mentioned EB5, direct path to green card. You can get US citizenship after 5 years after that. We've had a ton of clients to do the EB1A, EB2NIW, more talent visas for the green card, as well as the EB3, where either the investor or the spouse gets sponsored for an employment opportunity. And then you have the faster track, which is if you marry an American and you're able to get a citizenship after just 3 years of having the green card. So there are different ways to get US citizenship, the most common being through the EB categories, but there are a lot of different options to be able to get a green card if your initial intention is moving here as fast as possible. A lot of our clients are doing the E2, L1, and a lot of investors and entrepreneurs are also doing the top talent O1 visa. We're happy to look at all different options based on what your profile is. We'll match you with the best attorney in our network to do the strategy and filing for you. We also have our in-house immigration attorney and our qualified team that's doing all the document collection and form completion under the supervision of a licensed immigration attorney. So we're here for you. If you're an investor looking to move to the United States and you're unsure where to start, reach out to us at Visa Franchise. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Feel free to shoot me an email at patrick@visafranchise.com if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.